نستقرئها ونتصورها عندما نتخيل مستقبل التعليم العالي، ونعتقد بأن تخطي هاي المصاعب اللي انعرضت اليوم في أكثر من واحدة من السيشنز بأنها قد تحل إذا تخطينا بعض العقبات التي نجد لها حلولاً في التنمية المستدامة، والتي ليست مسؤولية فردية بل هي مسؤولية وطنية تقع على كاهلنا جميعاً. ستسلط الأستاذ الدكتورة أماني جرار مدير العلاقات الدولية والدراسات المستقبلية في جامعة فيلادلفيا الضوء على الرؤية الشمولية لإعادة تصور التعليم العالي، وهذا ما نحتاجه، رؤية شمولية وتشكيل مستقبله وتعزيز أهداف التنمية المستدامة. تفضلي دكتورة.
يعطيكم العافية. وأنا سعيدة إني أكون يعني في النهايات، بس خايفة تكونوا أنتم مليتوا، فبدي تصحصحوا معي شوي. يعطيكم ألف عافية. أنا إلي يعني بحس حالي محظوظة في إني أنا كنت من هاي الجامعة، تخرجت من الجامعة الأردنية، اشتغلت فترة في جامعة البتراء، والآن في جامعة فيلادلفيا، فيعني أنتمي لكل هذه الجامعات. محظوظة أيضاً في إني تلقيت بعض البرامج في أمريكا تتعلق في القيادة والريادة من خبرتي في تدريس في قسم دراسات التنمية، وأيضاً في برامج التعليم العالي المتعلقة في التربية. أعتقد إنه كثير من المفيد إنه نبدأ قبل ما ندخل في التصورات والحديث الطويل. هذه كلمة جلالة الملك. Education has lately been the subject of heated global debate. I believe this discussion bodes well, since it signifies a widespread awareness of the importance of the issue. And rightly so, since education is the key to nation building and improving our world, a time of global race to realize knowledge, economies, and invest in human resources. That was in the 7th discussion paper by King Abdullah II. And this is the Arabic translation of it. Now, I really like this guy. I think you all agree. We have Einstein, he once said, education is not the learning of facts, it's rather training of mind to think. And a guy also I admire here, he is Ron Lewis, who said, ensuring quality higher education is one of the most important things that we can do for the future generations. Now, let's have a look on what is good governance, because the key to, or the entrance to education and higher education governance is talking about good governance. But just to remind you, it's consensus-oriented, it's participatory, it flows from the rule of law, it's effective and efficient, and there's a big deal here to talk about both things: accountable, transparent, responsive, and equitable and inclusive. So all these we need to reflect when we talk about higher education. I'm here trying to because since I'm a researcher, I would love always to mention the resource. As researchers, we are concerned here on not only organizational governance. We talk about faculty governance, and we want to reach what should be as shared governance. So we don't only concentrate on operations or curricula, maybe together, and we should here think about who is in control. As the question that was raised in the morning, is it the ministry or universities or the faculty or the academic himself or herself? Now, also here we talk about what we call as entrepreneurship, because we cannot think about ranking and creativity without thinking about entrepreneurship in education and the role that universities should take or may participate in. We are transferring from stage 1, which is sensibility for entrepreneurship, to stage 2, which is entrepreneurship education, and now going to stage 3, education for entrepreneurship, till we reach stage 4, which is education in entrepreneurship. And here the question should be raised concerning our reality in Jordan, or if we want to ask this question for each university, where are we? If we talk about Petra University or Philadelphia University or Jordanian universities in general, where are we? Which stage? This is a great discussion that should be held here to reach the results or the goals that we all think about. Now, the total quality management, lots of things that we need to talk about here. But just to remind you, we talk about improving administration. We talk about the integration of curricula. We talk about the classroom teaching, also the research activities. So sometimes the ranking shows that we may have one of the deficits in one of them. And here, what should be concentrated, we all know that the organization, we need to work on continuous improvement, maybe involvement not only of the employee, as you said now, just mentioned the student himself or herself, and an integrated system here should be taken into the area or the decision making. The decision making that makes everything acceptable, and we need to work on the strategies and the strategic or systematic approach. So that's the continuous total quality in higher education. Also, the adoption of the total quality management, how to maintain the problems, to maintain the competitiveness in this century. This is very important, how to work on achieving excellence. We mentioned just right now Queen Rania, for example, Excellence Center that's working on this also. We need here to focus on two sides, which is the must and I don't want to make them versus needs, but we need to redirect the future of higher education towards an education area that is sustainable. That's the key word here, sustainable, responsible. Maybe we need to think about peaceful here, peaceful and democratic, collaborative and prosperous. Now, at the same time, we must shape the future. We don't have any other choice. We must shape the future. We want a higher education that can and must play a decisive role in providing learners across the world with knowledge, with competences, as you mentioned, with values. This is very important, the values to discover the solutions to today's sustainability challenges. And really, we need to discover here. Sometimes we don't want to just react. Now, my presentation here works on this word, which is imagining, re-imagining, or Imagineering. Those in this field know the word. Now, the word re, because I used to work on linguistics also. Re is derived from the Latin, so we have to go again and anew the concept in higher education, and in ranking maybe. And we have the word engineering, which is involved also in the design and evaluation and development process, maybe testing, modifications, inspections, as you mentioned, and a wide range of maybe structures and systems here. And imagination, that's where we need maybe to brainstorm more. It's the ability to imagine things that are beyond knowledge. So it's meta knowledge. and the ability to form systems of our mind, and sometimes that we have something that we may experience, or we experienced before. Now we combine them, and we need to maybe focus on our keystones here. Keystones, which is beginning with the best practices, or understanding and benefiting from best practices in education and higher education. Also, how to combine creativity with technology, and that was clear in the Corona era, that we faced lots of problems to work on technical know-how, the know-how, not the knowledge itself, but how to reach, how to be more innovative and creative, how to transform. Its leadership, the transformative part. And how to as King Abdullah said, to reach a state of change in everything, change in the mentality, and so as to have the development in higher education system as a must here. Now, here are some facts. I don't want to take that time on them, but anybody can read about Re-Imagineering education and higher education, how to concentrate on policies and the influence on the higher education systems that has the reforms that we need to do. Maybe this is an example that gives us an idea how we may shift or work on our vision or our way to think about it. To change our options, we change our perspectives here. So instead, if you look at it from the first one, it's a dead end. The other side, if you just reverse it or look at it from another perspective, it's an open space. So that's what maybe we need. We have everything, but the way we look at it. Here, this is how some possibilities how they can be. I tried to use this source, which is talking about the role of person organization and how to moderate the role in higher education. That's the Journal of Innovation and Knowledge. You can see that it's focusing on learning and prototype and test. But it's not enough to have the leadership sometimes, and we do have lots of great leaders in Jordan in this area. Maybe we need to work on the other parts, which is designing and redesigning, and how to take the different multifacets and diversity, and to focus on the systems of thinking and maybe rethink the future here of higher education to have future-informed plan. So we need to work to move from learning to having a prototype or a paradigm shift, as you mentioned. And we always need to test, because sometimes things are not clear and are vague. So redesigning is very important here. And I here want to focus on leadership in higher education. Higher education, we need sometimes to bridge the gap. We have the different responsible people, and we're encountering challenges, but we are really having problems in bridging the gap. And this makes me maybe talk about leaders who are passionate about higher education, same as you are all guys, and leaders who believe in leading by example. That's what usually ministers and presidents of universities do. But still, that's not enough, because we have leaders that we need to think about leaders as planners, as having with how to develop strong connections, and that all these, by the way, they reflect the ranking of any university or any organizational education organization. How are they data-driven, and to move from tolerance to acceptance? It's not enough to tolerate. We want to move to acceptance, to how to empower the colleagues. And we have a problem, by the way, in this, empowering and supporting others. maybe every one of us is great, but we need to support each other in this area and to encourage risk-taking. Maybe we need this. And we challenge this in the coronavirus era also. Now, to come here to the thing that I wanted to begin with here, how can we reimagine higher education based on promoting sustainable development goals? Now, one of the things that you mentioned before now, that Unirank worked with different universities and companies, you mentioned NGOs and you mentioned United Nations organizations. Now the whole world is working on this. We have 17 goals, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, and quality of education, that's number 4. So here, our focus is number 4, okay? But we cannot work on this unless we connect and work on the other goals, which is gender equality. We have clean water and sustainability or sanitation. We have affordable and clean energy. We have decent work and economic growth. Also industry and innovation and reduced inequalities till the end, okay? But you can realize, well, one of them is number 16, which is peace and justice and strong institutions. And also partnership, I want to talk about 17, number 17, partnership. How can we work on this without having good partnerships? Because I realized that some of my colleagues is saying that time is out, so I need to hurry up and say here that we have a tree here. We concentrate on the quality of higher education by maybe working on fundamental issues such as the goal itself and how we relate, just to remind you, with the four parts here. Goal 4 says it's ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So I believe that if we want to concentrate on whatever ranking you may believe or think about, and Uniranks is clear is one of the best, it's by concentrating on this, how to work on lifelong learning opportunities, that by 2030, and that this is very important, ensure that all girls and boys complete free, equitable, quality, primary, secondary, okay, and learning outcomes, and also how to ensure that we work on equal access and sustainable increase. Now, to cut it off, the whole idea here, quality of education, must lead us to promote all goals. This is the question that should be raised. Are we really working on it in the proper way? I teach this topic, but I know that very rarely, we very rarely work on this. And maybe this is the dilemma. We need to rethink about it. And it's good maybe to share this with you now so that we can benefit in ranking and to find a solution at the end. I believe that I have not enough time, so thank you for your